Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are going to unpack a life lived on the absolute edge. We're heading into the vast, silent stretches of the Alaskan frontier. It's a world painted entirely in shades of white and gray. We're just surviving the day as an ancient, ongoing struggle. I am so pumped to guide you through this, because the way these individuals navigate this harsh, honestly awe-inspiring reality is just nothing short of incredible.
Right out of the gate, we really need to ground ourselves in the sheer extremity of this environment. To truly get it, you have to look at the numbers. 40 degrees below zero. At that point, the familiar world completely ceases to exist. The air itself literally transforms into a tangible force. It bites at any exposed skin, a relentless physical presence you have to fight against just to step out your front door. Rivers become solid highways, and lakes, they turn into these vast, crystalline plains.
And this brings us to a pretty profound question, one that kind of whispered through all the source material and really sets up our whole journey today. What drives someone to seek out such unforgiving beauty? Why embrace a life defined by such brutal, dangerous extremes? Throughout this explainer, we're going to uncover the hidden energies and primal instincts that awaken in the folks who choose to call this frozen frontier their home.
Section 1. The Frozen Adversary.
Section 2. Fueling the Fire.
To understand this life, we first have to understand the landscape. Out here, winter is not just a season you pass through. It is a formidable adversary that dictates every single breath and every single decision you make. Every morning starts with one absolute priority: warmth. The dance with fire is a daily, grueling ritual of felling, splitting, and stacking. Each log is a promise of heat, and every spark is a flicker of defiance against the frostbite. As the source material beautifully puts it, this meticulous preparation isn't just about comfort. It is quite literally an investment in life itself.
Imagine standing in that desolate, quiet place. The sounds you hear, the rhythmic thud of an axe, the sudden roar of a chainsaw, they carry for miles. They become the true soundscape of an Alaskan winter. This labor demands immense physical strength and endurance, for sure, but it also fuels an internal fire. Pushing your body to its absolute limits just to chop wood is an act of sheer will. You're tapping into deep reserves of the human spirit to carve sustenance right out of a frozen landscape.
Section 3. Breaching the ice.
But here's the thing. The forest only offers one part of the sustenance you need. Leaving the safety of the tree line means venturing out onto the frozen river, a landscape of endless ice that stretches out like a vast white desert. And this brilliantly illustrates the incredible duality of this environment. Above the ice, it is completely silent, desolate, and deadly. But just beneath that deceptively tranquil surface lies a dark, mysterious world, absolutely teeming with life. To access that hidden bounty, though, you have to confront the elemental strength of nature head-on. Let's break down how this works, because the ice here isn't just frozen water. It's an armored shield, meters thick, forged by weeks of relentless cold. Getting through it is an act of pure brute force. It kicks off with a heavy axe for the initial assault. Then comes the powerful, precise boring of an auger. Each rhythmic swing and twist is a testament to human persistence. And when you finally break through, the massive temperature difference between the water and the air creates this eerie mist. It's almost like a visual bridge between the world of ice and the alien world below. Once that hole is clear, the brute force ends, and a completely different kind of endurance begins. The pacing slows right down to a crawl. It becomes a silent communion between the hunter and the hidden world. Sitting there, hunched over a hole in the ice, while a biting wind tears at you, it requires incredibly disciplined waiting. That profound quiet demands a hyper-focused vigilance, turning the sheer refusal to be rushed into a masterclass in patience.
Section 4. The Monster Below.
Now, while the hunter waits up above, down in the frigid depths moves the undisputed ruler of this domain, the northern pike. It is a torpedo of pure muscle and teeth, a creature perfectly and anciently adapted to thrive in these brutal conditions. For the angler up top, trying to catch this creature isn't a weekend recreation. It is a primal echo of humanity's oldest endeavors. It's a raw attempt to pull power directly out of the extreme cold. And then, a sudden jolt, a violent tug, the stillness completely shatters. The hunter snaps into action. It's a massive, instant surge of adrenaline fighting against the freezing air. The battle is on. The unseen tug-of-war happening meters below the ice is incredibly intense. That pike fights with every ounce of its cold-blooded strength, lunging and twisting to escape. Above ground, the cold is entirely forgotten. totally replaced by the heat of pure exertion. Muscles strain, breath clouds in ragged bursts, and human resilience is pushed to the absolute brink. Finally, you see it, a flash of olive green in the dark water. You're gaining line, inch by agonizing inch. When that magnificent, glistening creature finally breaks the surface, it is a truly profound moment. I mean, this isn't a trophy to hang on a wall. It is a deeply respected, mindful harvest. It's a vital source of protein in a landscape where food is incredibly scarce, driven by strict necessity and a really intricate understanding of the ecosystem's delicate balance. Section 5, the sustaining harvest. As the short Alaskan day wanes and the hunter hauls the sled back to the warmth of the cabin, the work continues. Filleting a fish of this size is a true art form, honed over years to ensure not a single ounce of protein is wasted. This traditional, nutrient-rich diet isn't some choice of convenience, right? It is a strict necessity. It provides the exact energy needed to withstand the extreme cold tomorrow, making every meal a celebration of human resilience.
You know, despite the extreme isolation and the heavy darkness of the Alaskan winter, survival out here is actually a collective endeavor. These lives are deeply interwoven. It's a community where help is always extended and shared knowledge is passed down through stories told around crackling fires. You're never truly surviving alone.
The people who choose to endure this frost and the vast silence, they are making a deliberate rejection of modern complexities. They serve as living archives of ecological wisdom and unyielding psychological resilience. By maintaining this raw authenticity, they truly stand as guardians of a vanishing way of life, offering us a glimpse into a sustainable existence rooted entirely in respect for the natural world. Which leaves us with a final provocative thought. Beneath the ice, the profound mysteries of nature continue to shift and breathe. This unapologetic, unfiltered connection to the wild really challenges us to look inward. When we strip away our own modern conveniences, what inner strength, what primal resilience, and what wild challenges might be waiting for you to discover? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning what lies beneath the surface.